Hi, Jared. We're just going live right now, so just in time. Let's see if that is working. I'm also in my hometown on vacation today, and so
Yeah, I'm in Spain
in
right now,
Spain.
so
Nice. How's the weather there right now?
yeah. Also, I yeah, have to do some sunny, hot, and also I'm on an island in North Africa, which is part of Spain somehow, and yeah, windy, really windy. So
Nice.
really, I'd say good summer vacation place.
Very nice, very nice. And I hope you enjoy your vacation, but glad you can join us anyway, given that today we are not as big of a crowd
So
as
I guess
usual
that's
on
work,
the
I guess.
Discord. Yeah, but we do have some people on YouTube already, which is great. We have Edsonix, who is also in the voice chat. Psyre Dragon, Shihara is also there already. Sir Arquest, Devon ARH, and Ice Dragon is now in the voice chat as well. Welcome, welcome. Very nice. Pleasant evening, everybody, as Sir Arquest put it nicely. We have another top 10 reveal in front of us, which should be quite good. I mean, it has been a while since we have been doing that. The last one was in May. So a lot has changed since then. Welcome, Leander, as well. Very nice to have you there on YouTube. Great. Then I think we can already get right into it. I'm not sure. I think Ice Dragon is also on voice chat. Ice Dragon, say something, or did you get iced from the nerfs?
Yes.
Ah, welcome. Nice to hear your voice, I think, for
Hello.
the first time. Ice Dragon, of course, also an expert, basically, that we have here, because in the tournament so far, very good performances from him. He's number 3 in the world rankings right now. And as such,
Yes.
will be interesting to hear his opinions as we go along. Perfect. All right, then the first question, I guess, to the crowd, so basically to the voice chat, but also to the text chat and the YouTube live chat is, I mean, we have had new units. I mean, Claire obviously is not there yet in this rating because we didn't have any data on that a few days ago. But we do have new Nike, we have Chronos, we have Earth Dark Rolotia, and the first question basically would be, which of these, or if any of these, do you think could make it into the top 10 today? That is ahead of this new Claire release that we just saw on Friday. Any idea? Any idea?
Also,
Jared,
I'd
Ice Dragon?
say Chronos is going to, yeah,
Mm,
thanks.
probably Chronos or Nike.
Chronos or Nike? Yeah. So the
I,
both
uh,
of the
I
storm
100,
units.
I 100% expect Chronos to be top 10.
Right, right. Okay, Chronos basically a 100% bet.
I don't think Niki has the top 10 potential. I can also see some other storm units going up with Chronos, since after Chronos, even Burn has sometimes a hard time versus stun, which is kind of insane in my eyes. I understand Moon, but yeah, Chronos still works.
Yeah, it's crazy times right now, I would say,
I will
in
check
terms
again
of
what else was released, but
synergies of all over the place. I mean, Burn right now probably in a good spot, but still getting boosted again with the Claire release and potentially also the other releases we see coming next. But yeah, so Chronos seems like like a lock from you guys then. Nika and Rolotia possibly, but let's see how that goes. Rolotia obviously as an Earth unit, as usual, very, very weak against Burn, and Burn is still pretty common, or rather Burn Chronos is probably one of the best team builds you can have right now, as we also saw in the last Carrot Cup tournament. But yeah, let me see if we have anything in chat. The not Stonks got me worried. Yeah, it's just alluding to the fact that this is basically the last one for the Evertrade. Actually, I'm kind of stopping that that kind of side game on my Discord server because I'm a bit too stretched, a bit too thin for time. But also, I mean, there are some heavy falls this month, so there are some units that are losing quite a lot of true power, and so that is alluding to that fact. But with that out of the way, so basically, okay, a lot of people expecting Chronos, maybe Nika, Rolotia, possibly only the third best of the bunch. Now we turn to who could be number 10 this time. Let me quickly check what we had last time. Okay, seems like my connection is very slow. Hopefully the upload speed is still fine. And Choi on YouTube is asking, are you German? And I am not. I am Austrian. Okay, this is very slow. I hope you guys can still hear me. Not the best connection here in my hometown, unfortunately. But next time we will have, or next time will be a tournament again with a better connection and a better setup. But I think last time the number 10 was, let me check, that was Kirin, Storm Kirin. So the question now becomes, who is number 10 this time? Oh, Umbra on YouTube is saying Sorrow, number 10.
I could see Anya going to.
Light Anya, right?
I could see Light Anya going to number 10. Yeah.
Number 10, Light Anya, a possibility. Sorrow from
The latest
Umbra.
time is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Anya, let's see. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything yet, but I mean, the time she has been in the top 10 has already been so long in Evertale. It's kind of crazy. Let's see if she can keep this streak going, or if this is finally the month where she drops out. Edsonix is saying number 10, Clarice. Also interesting one. And Dacia, thanks for the reminder that it was actually Kirin that was number 10 last time. Huh. All right. So, I don't know. Ice Dragon, what's your guess? Okay, I'm getting I'm getting yellow exclamation marks. I'm not sure if that's good. Dacia is saying Cthulhu for number 10. Also interesting one. Light Anya number 10 says Shehara. Okay. The connection is really not great right now. Hope you guys can still hear me. I feel like I lost a few people. At least the voice chat seems like it's breaking down. I was thinking if I shouldn't move. Then again, this might be an issue. Category Ball is saying Storm King Arthur standing on the edge 10. Storm King Arthur also a potential one. Then again, she has some nice synergies with somebody like Chronos, I think. I run them both together. Guys, can you hear me again? I'm trying to get the connection again with the crowd on Discord. But it's a struggle. But thanks, Dutcher, for confirming. That is very good to know, at least. That's a struggle. Not sure why my voice is not coming through on the or any voices are coming through on the voice chat right now. But I suppose we can keep going for now. I mean, it isn't many on the voice chat anyways. So let's focus on the text chat. Unfortunately, Ice Dragon, Jared, maybe you can also join via YouTube. Pretty much silence today. Well, I'm not sure if the silence is because you can't hear me or if it's because there's not that many people and many are on vacation, which is also fair. But I think we can keep going. Thanks to the confirmation of Dacia, we are plowing ahead, and the big question is, who is number 10? Any more guesses? We had Sorrow, we had Light Anya, we had Cthulhu, Storm King Arthur. Any other units that might come to mind? Thanks, Rexy. Yeah, I think that's probably the way to go right now, to switch to the YouTube chat. I might need to reload Discord completely. Yeah, if I reload Discord, then I have the worry that my OBS taps out because it's kind of connected to that Discord window. Keeps trying to connect, I feel, but yeah, I'm gonna try a little later. Maybe the connection stabilizes, but yeah, we are not very well connected here in Austria, I guess. Sasnine, oh, I hope I pronounced that correctly, thinks it's Kirin at number 10, so that would be basically the same unit, keeping the number 10 spot even 1.5 months later. Definitely also a possibility. Let's see. What do we have? Also already gonna prepare the reveal, so we will know the number 10 very, very soon. Now this is kind of becoming a monologue, unfortunately, like like in the tournaments. Then again, this is much shorter than the tournaments. We should be done relatively quickly, especially with a lot of these nice guesses coming in. And I can already confirm that one of you, at least one of you, is right with the number 10 guess. But who will it be? That's the big question. The big remaining question. We have Milush as well joining with his classical in the YouTube chat with the classic cat face that is shocked. Let me see. So Joy on YouTube is also guessing Kirin. And I'm guessing Joy is from Germany, maybe? Wild guess, related to the earlier guess from him. Or from her. So let's get that reveal going now. Because we have some very good guesses. Dun. Okay, I'm still struggling with the image. Apologies. Probably related to the weak connection. Jared is guessing Storm King Arthur and Sire Dragon is guessing Kirin. Avatar Ludmilla fell down yet? Yeah, I think. Unfortunately, I don't have the ranking open right now. Well, actually, let me check. That's something I have offline as well, obviously, with the um, with the Excel. And yeah, she was already number 14 last time, Avatar Ludmilla, because of the guard matter, exactly like Shihara just said. Category ball keeping the guess for Storm King Arthur, nice. And yeah, there are two Kirins, one of which is definitely heavily outdated, obviously. But one of which is a girl. And since I can't get the image to work, I might just leave open which one which one is coming up now. It's a bit lame, but it is what it is, guys. Number 10 is actually Kirin, so well played to all of you who got that right. And Storm King Arthur also not too far. It is a Storm unit after all in Storm Kirin. Storm Kirin losing about 300,000 true power since June, but keeping the number 10 position, 30% usage in 2,000 top teams, and especially in Japan, she is quite popular at number 8. In Europe, on the other hand, quite below average with the number 17. It has been around 80 days since her release, and Kirin keeps the number 10 spot. So congrats to everybody who got that right. I think we had Satsnine, we had Sire Dragon, and Joy as well. So well played. And now we directly look ahead as to what could be the number 9. And meanwhile, finally the image arrived that I uploaded in the crowd. So given that we are focusing on the YouTube chat today, I can just put this here anyways still. So that is nice. But who could be the number 9? Let me see if we can finally get the image to work. Yes, well, not in the best resolution. Well, actually, wait, that's the wrong one. Never mind. Here we go. So here we have it. Kirin was number 10 back then as a new unit in June. And then Light Anya was number 9, Storm King Arthur there as well. So quite a few of the previous guesses. So what do you guys think? Who is number 9 now? We also have Lucifer Sorrow, who were last time number 11, number 12. Musashi, who dropped out. And Avatar Ludmilla, who also dropped out of the top 10. And obviously we still haven't seen any of the new units. That is Nike, Chronos, and Rolotia, all of which could still be at play here in the top 10. So let's see. Also, maybe I'm gonna risk again to go into the voice chat. Maybe I get some connection finally going. Test, test, test. No, it still seems like my voice is not coming through, unfortunately. And even the... oh my goodness. even that image is not getting there. So, but now my voice seems connected again, at least.
So, die Nummer 9.
Aber es kann auch manchmal einfach nur ewig dauern. Hatte ich auch schon.
Ja.
Wenn das WLAN ganz schlecht ist.
Bei mir war das so gestern, oder nicht vorgestern, da bin ich mal wieder ins Voice gegangen bei.
Guys, we are live
Oh mein
again
Gott,
now.
man hört ihn.
You guys can be heard, I guess, on YouTube again, maybe,
Er ist
hopefully.
connected.
So we have to switch to English. And let me see what.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
But very nice.
No German supremacy.
Very good. We have everything going again. So great connection. Everybody is happy. On YouTube, we have some guesses for number 9 already. Dark Ludmilla already? Okay. Shehara is going with Light Anya. Dacia going with Storm King Arthur. Umbra saying Lucifer fell off. Choi going with Lucifer for number 9. So that would be a re-entry into the top 10. Sasnine is going with Chronos for number 9. Okay. Then Category Ball is saying Light Anya might fall this month. 2 OP baddies from Storm and Dark. Well, which one from Dark? You mean the Rolotia? And then Category Ball, probably Darklands and Hokusai still annoying. Chronos should be higher. I hear voices. That's a nice throwback. Dark Ludmilla was just kidding. Okay, got it. All right, then. Jared, Ice Dragon. Your guesses for number 9?
So.
I would say number 9, Lucifer.
Lucifer?
Storm King Arthur, I guess.
Lucy.
Okay, so Storm King Arthur and Lucifer guess here as well. Seems like quite a composium, I guess, in terms of which one is picked. I'm gonna wait a little longer. Category Ball is saying Chronos top 5 for me. And now maybe, just maybe, I can finally get this Kirin picture in the chat. But let's see if that works.
Also, see an Earthquake.
Jared, you're a bit quiet on my end. I'm not sure if it's my end, just and not yours, but maybe you can speak a little louder.
I guess that's the headphones I'm using.
Yeah, but now it's better. That's better.
It's better to just talk to my phone through the headphones instead of having a back and forth over a phone. All right.
Got it. But it's working better now, I think. Also, Bonky and Majuno, you also feel free to talk if you want. We have another guess for Lucifer on YouTube from Umbra. And I am going to reveal now the number 9. Although the Kirin picture is still loading in the upload. Oh my god, this connection is terrible. But the stream is still going, so I'm slightly optimistic that this will still work. Let me get everything ready here for the big number 9 reveal. One of you has already gotten it correctly. And indeed, the number 9 is actually Light Anya. So congrats on that. Let me quickly put it like this, given that the processing still takes for a while. So Light Anya has 4.9 million true power, still staying in the top 10, still keeping the 9th rank just as last month. Over 50% usage still after 900 days. So now the big question probably becomes, can she stay in the top 10 for 1,000 days? Something that I think not even Bride Ludmilla has achieved back in the day. So that would be kind of sick. Kind of sick. But yeah, she's number 8 in rest of Asia, in Europe, and in the Americas only. Well, no, in the Americas she's actually number 5. And in Japan she's already number 11. But overall that's still top 9. Sorry, Ice Dragon, you were about to say something?
No, I don't think so. It's probably just because I unmuted myself for a second because I thought I was muted. No.
Got it. No worries.
But I didn't want to say anything.
Great, now the order was turned around of the pictures. Anyways, so Kirin is coming in after Light Anya. Great stuff here from the Discord and from my connection. But yeah, so we have a few who are cheering on Light Anya to stay in the top 10. Seems like she is still gonna stay for a while, or maybe not. I mean, I can say that she was still 500,000 true power above the number 11 of this month. So seems like she still has some leeway. That said, she did lose about 500,000 true power compared to June. So the new guards are definitely taking a toll. And I mean, her mechanics are getting more and more outdated. Then again, the stun absorb in combination as a guard is still super, super nice. Category Ball on YouTube is saying, holy, I underestimate Anya noodle legs standing on the 9th place. Noodle legs, I have never heard that before, but okay. All right, so let's focus now on the number 8 already. While this is still loading, yeah, honestly, there's nothing we can do except laugh at these images that are still loading. But let's look at this again. So far, every time, I mean, that was just number 10 and number 9, but all of them kept their spot. So Kirin is still number 10, as she was here in June. Light Anya is still number 9, as she was here in June. So now probably the question becomes, is Storm King Arthur also still number 8? As she was in June, or do we finally get some divergence, I guess, from the June rankings? I mean, obviously in True Power we had some bigger moves already, but nothing big enough apparently to move the ranks. So could this be now with the number 8 finally starting or not? Let me know what your guesses are for the number 8 spot. We have a guess from Shehara on YouTube. Earth Gawain, okay, who was previously number 7, so that would be a slight downgrade. Oh wow, we finally got the images. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, the order is still wrong, but great. Oh, Axel is here. Welcome, Axel. Haven't seen you in probably a year in one of these live chats, so very happy to see you again.
Yeah, man. How you doing?
Good. Except for the connection, which is terrible here in Austria, but we are making do.
Always.
But glad to have you, and I'm not sure if you're still up to date with the meta, but the question right now is who could be...
Yeah, that's what we do.
Who could be number 8, Axel? Or also Ice Dragon or Jared?
Okay. I can hear you well.
Nice. That's at least something. Although it seems like maybe some delay here, given that I'm speaking over you.
Oh, give me a second. Let me... Oh, let me see. Oh, man. Just go ahead and I'll try it for number 7.
Gotcha. I mean, so far we only got one guess for number 8.
I think Gawain will go. God, the delay is insane. I'll just talk what I was going to say. Gawain will probably be number 8, and Stonking Arthur will likely be out of the top 10, at least from what I've seen in the past couple of champion weeks.
All right. Yeah. Got it. So Storm King Arthur out of the top 10 is the guess, and Earth Gawain at number 8 from Jared. So another guess for Earth Gawain at number 8. So far, only guesses for Earth Gawain there. And Category Ball is explaining the noodle legs as skinny legs struggle to do basic movements. Nice. Although now I guess we got live again. Got some comments here. Very bad ball. She's so cute. Cthulhu guess from Dacia. All right, Cthulhu. Yeah, can't forget
I
her.
have to agree. Cthulhu.
Yeah, let me try to reconnect here. That is really getting a bit out of hand. Okay, so my setup got much worse now since I lost my second screen and everything, but I think we have a better connection now. Let me try to confirm that. Category Ball is saying I don't know who had more true power loss between Storm King Arthur and Gawain, so I skipped this one. Umbra is going with number 8 Earth Gawain as well. Seems like basically only guesses for Earth Gawain here for number 8. Ice Dragon, what's your pick, or Axel as well?
Cthulhu. I think it's Cthulhu.
Ah, Cthulhu, got it.
Cthulhu.
Who
I
was
would. No, I'm not sure.
There's no. I mean, there is wrong guesses, but it's no. It's not high stakes, so you can give a guess if you wanna. Are not correct. Who could be the right one?
Plot twist, it's Chronos.
Oh, Chronos. Okay. Could be. I mean, honestly, with new units, you never know where they land.
Yeah. Over top 8, I can see Chronos, yeah. From top 8 and onwards. I don't think Chronos will be number 1. Just because
Is it a new unit or
yeah,
one of the top 10 from last time?
new.
Yeah, Chronos is just released this July, Axel, yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah, Chronos for me, Chronos is going to be 1 or 2.
Ah, yeah, got it.
It's insane, but the new guards are just crazier, that much crazier.
Fair. All right. But what's the guess then? Do you have a new guess? Also besides Chronos, I mean some.
Since it's not Cthulhu or Earth Gawain, at least for me, I'm not really sure. I could guess that Dark Lancelot could go really far down, just because Poison is kind of struggling, as well as not being the greatest stun support in the new stun meta right now.
I see. So Dark Lancelot as a potential falling candidate here. All right, that's a fair guess. We have Category Ball asking Crony, nice nickname, came out mid-July but still classified as new. Yes, the last top 10 or rather, I mean, I released the top 25 on YouTube, but that one came out in June, and so all of these units are still not ranked yet, although there was already a tier list out in between that has Chronos as well. All right. Any more guesses for the number 8?
Dark Lancelot?
Or
Dark
maybe
Lancelot from Excel.
Nika would be an option as well, I think. But
Nika,
I don't see her often. So I think more likely Chronos.
Got it. So we have the Chronos and the Dark Lancelot guess for number 8 mainly. Edsonix also going with Chronos potentially.
The burn units going up.
Oh, the burn units. Yeah, I mean.
Lucifer, let's go.
Love Lucifer.
Lucy. Sasnina is saying, I underestimated Chronos when it came out, and yeah, I agree. I also underestimated her for the first few days based on her skill set at least. Or the text of her skills. I was a bit underwhelmed by her time stop, but still good.
In the German translation, she also has the 300 TU restriction on her last skill, which is not right, but it is in the text there.
Really?
Yeah, and I read it in game, and I thought, what the fuck? They nerfed her so hard.
Man,
but,
I mean...
then we tested her out, and she didn't have the restriction.
Very nice. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the translations probably can never really trust them. Always need to check. I mean, sometimes it's not even a translation issue. Sometimes they just forget to mention something. I mean, I still remember like even in English and stuff like that, it's like in Hokusai's Paintfall, they never mention that it ignores stealth, which makes Paintfall much better than it would be otherwise. So yeah. All right, cool. Yeah. I think we have some guesses already, and I am going to reveal the number 8 since some of you already got it right. And the number 8 is none other than Dark Lancelot, who indeed dropped quite a bit. And she is now down nearly 800 or over 800,000 true power, down 3 ranks compared to June, even though she still have 57% usage, and she is still number 7 in Japan and number 5 in Europe, but overall that just leaves her in the 8th position now. So Dark Lancelot down quite a bit. So this is the first rank change that we have today, and that should open up some possibilities maybe for the next units, guys. I don't know what you think about a potential number 7 who could be taking that spot if Dark Lancelot is going down so hard already.
I think it will be Cthulhu probably.
Okay, Cthulhu, yeah. Previously number 6, so that would also be a slight downfall here for Cthulhu. Umbra asking, how is she number 10 in America? I'm not sure what's that question supposed to mean. I mean, number 10 is kind of middle of the pack here in terms of the regions. So are you thinking, how is she so low in America or so high? Not sure what you mean by that, but let's quickly look at the previous ranking again. So number 8 was Storm King Arthur, is now Dark Lancelot, who previously kept her number 5 spot and even gained a little bit of power in June. Now she is down even below 5 million true power and is down to the 8th position, which leaves 7 spots still open in the top 10. And since many of you think new units like Chronos and Nike might still be coming, that might mean that one of these previous top 7 may no longer be there, or previous top 8, given we haven't seen Storm King Arthur yet. So, what are your guesses for the number 7 spot, guys? Also, welcome to Sirius in the voice chat. Feel free to talk if you want. And I'm also going to check the YouTube comments for the next guesses. Joy and Dacia is also going for Cthulhu at the number 7. We have Category Ball with a bit of a outside guess with Hokusai at number 7, which would also be a heavy drop. And Category Ball is also saying if Lance lose 800k, Gawain and Storm King Arthur might have gone through something worse. Umbra is going with Earth Gawain, so that would be Earth Gawain basically keeping the number 7 spot. And I think Ice Dragon already guessed for the Cthulhu. I don't know, Jared, Axel, what are your guesses for the number 7?
Personally, I would say we could see either Cthulhu. Also, if Nike is in the top 10, then she would be here. I don't think she has the power to be higher. Or also Storm King Arthur, which I was really surprised in the last arena. It is that she was still that high.
Yeah, Storm King Arthur. I mean, Storm King Arthur now already had her first birthday, and still going strong with new synergies being unlocked every time a new new Storm unit comes out, seemingly. Meanwhile, on YouTube, we have another Gawain guess from Shihara and Satsunine. I'm not sure if that is a guess, but Yamato was the first SSR. We'll never forget her. Nice. I just love her cursed end. Shihara is saying, same here from Umbra. Yeah, I mean, once she unlocks that, Earth Gawain is just pretty insane, especially if the enemy team is still getting poisoned or slapped, because then she just keeps getting turned with that cursed end. Really impressive. Sometimes I already saw her getting like 5 kills in a row like that with the cursed end against top tier characters. But let's see where she lands today. I am gonna say that actually, Axel, do you still have a guess before I reveal the number 7? I suppose not, or maybe I have some delay again. Either way, I think we are ready to reveal the number 7 spot, and that is none other than a little bit surprising, I have to say. But indeed, it is Storm King Arthur. So Jared, good call on that. Storm King Arthur losing some true power, but still staying above 5 million, and as such, actually rising in ranks compared to June up to the number 7. And if you look at the regional rankings, you see some huge disparity there. She's only number 13 in Japan, but in the rest of Asia, in Europe, in the Americas, everywhere she is holding on to the top 4 even. So still a very, very good opener. And I mean, I'm doing my part in that for the rankings, given that I also still run her in front. And yeah, that is 387 days since her release in the beginning of June 2024. Still going strong. Obviously not as impressive of a streak for her compared to Light Anya. Then again, Storm King Arthur not being a guard makes this feat still very impressive, I think. And yeah, let's see if she can also weather the storm of the upcoming new burn units as well, or if that is kind of her downfall. Then again, right now I think great synergy with the other top storm units like new Anya, like Chronos, like Kirin, like Nike, and so on and so forth. So that is probably a reason why she is actually gaining ranks. Although, yet again, I have to say the true power is actually falling for her. Umbra actually had her even higher, so already saw that coming, but not so soon. But then again, I mean, she is getting quite old. So I think the number 7 and a rank increase is actually still impressive, given that we saw 3 new releases in that period, and she's actually still gaining ranks. All right. Then, what about number 6? Who could number 6 be now that number 7 was taken by Storm King Arthur, rising by 1 rank? We can look back again a little bit on the tier lists and stats here on the Discord. Number 7 was originally Earth Gawain, and she was rising last time, like Storm King Arthur is now. And but yeah, now the number 7 spot is already taken. The number 8 spot is already taken by Dark Lancelot, which leaves from the prior top 10, who still doesn't have a ranking. It is Cthulhu, it is Earth Gawain, it is Hokusai, Kojiro, Dark Ludmilla, New Anya. All of these have not been mentioned yet, and that is not even to speak of the new units like Nike, Chronos, and Rolotia, who also might still be somewhere, but that means we need somebody to drop potentially from these units that I just mentioned from the prior top 10. So who could that be, guys? Any guesses from you?
From the top 10, I would say Cthulhu would be the most likely to drop out.
Drop out of the top 10, okay. But for the number 6,
I could say
For number 6, I'd say Nike.
Nike,
or
okay.
Hokusai, yeah. Since all the Storm units seem to be rising quite a bit, even Storm King Arthur, which isn't that great anymore. Still, with the new Storm units, I could see Nikki going up there, but I could also see Hokusai going down 1 spot or 1 or 2.
Right. Okay, so
Hokusai
Hokusai
or
potentially. Nike, still a potential unit here. On YouTube, we have a few guesses. We have Dacia going with Cthulhu for number 6. Umbra and Choi believing in Earth Gawain, that she goes up. With the Stormrise, obviously she is a unit that can potentially do some good stuff there. Then again, obviously Earth Gawain always suffering from burn, so the big question is probably if burn had a rise or not. 29% of people use Hokusai. Well, that's a usage statistic from last time. But yeah, that is kind of implying that Hokusai is actually outperforming her usage. That is also why I often say that this is not a usage-based ranking. This is a lot more goes into these rankings than just usage. It's also the performance of the units. All right. Sorry, I think I cut somebody off. Sirius is saying Hokusai for number 6.
Yeah, I was saying Earth Gawain, or more like Burn, did not have a rise yet because we still struggle. Well, we still struggled back when you made the list with all the new guards, with all the armor stacking that happens now, and especially other Cerberus, other Dark Ludmillas, if they are fully awakened, there's not a real chance to go through them except with Lubu, and she is kind of allergic to heal, so not really survivable.
Got it.
But
Okay.
yeah, that's fixed now. So I believe next tier list we do have some burn units in the top 10, but not now.
Okay. So
Earth
not
Gawain
believing in
should
the
not have
burn
that
rise.
much been affected by.
Burn rise
Not
ahead
yet,
of
no.
Claire.
We take with Claire and no. And Xing irgendwas.
Yeah, the next one. I also can't remember that one. Okay, so your guess for number 6 would be Gawain then?
I could see Gawain, but also Hokusai or Nike.
Okay.
But
right.
I wouldn't say more units would be there.
Right. I mean, on YouTube right now, I think people are basically flocking towards Cthulhu, keeping her 6th position, or Earth Gawain, rising slightly from the number 7 to the number 6. We also had some guesses for Nike and Hokusai. We have another guess for Cthulhu coming in from Satsunine. But, guys, I have to tell you something, which is crazy. Normally that doesn't happen anymore at the number 6 spot, but none of these guesses so far are correct. So number 6 is not Gawain, it's not Cthulhu, it's not Nike, it's not Hokusai. So you can post another guess.
Chronos?
Chronos, okay, yeah. Finally a new unit would show up then.
And since it's not Nike, Kojiro? Or I can see Kojiro going down.
Ooh, Kojiro, yeah. I mean, I did put in the live stream title not Stonks as a sign that we have some heavy falls incoming. Category Ball on YouTube also going with Kojiro. Umbra going with Lucifer, Deb. And then Sumit going with Dark Clarice, which would be quite the rise. But then again, I think she was a bit underrated last time in June. Chronos from Shehara. We have Molly Shed with Dark Gawain, but Dark Gawain is already out, so that is not number 6. Well, she's not out, but she's out of the contention for the number 6. Joy going with Dark Clarice or Nike. Nike was already mentioned, so Nike is not number 6. Dark Clarice could be. Then we have Chronos around 4 to 6 rank from Shihara. Disclaimer is 1 mil true power loss. Well, let's see what the disclaimer means. As I said, I mean, it also means kind of saying goodbye to Evertrade, to the Stonks world for now, focusing on the tournaments instead. Chronos, I think she will be top 5, so I guess Dark Clarice is coming from Dacia. Oh, Devon on Discord is saying Dark Ludmilla. Video only on YouTube, yeah. Well, like usual, like the top 10. Or guys, does everything work? Do you have my voice and the other people's voices on YouTube? I hope.
Yeah, it works. It works.
Really trying to avoid maybe a ghost stream where we only have the text. That would be not so great. But what is great, I can give you some good news. And that is that at least one of you got it right. And I think many of you will be surprised by this. And some maybe less. I mean, I was surprised, certainly. But I think it does make some sense. Especially with the synergies that you can think about with the new units and stuff like that. And at number 6, we have... Wait. Lucifer at number 6, guys. She's always out and in of top 10, I feel like, at this point. But yeah, Lucifer is going up heavily, actually. 1 million true power gained, up 5 ranks compared to June. So instead of being number 11, she's now suddenly number 6 with 42% usage. She is top 5 in Japan. Let's go from Jared. And yeah, exactly, with playing mixed, I mean, right now, some of these units can just work very well with Lucifer, who doesn't even do the self-stun. We also get more stun immunities and things like that. But yeah, Lucifer top 10 in every single region right now, which is insane compared to the last rankings. And yeah, Lucifer takes this one to the number 6 spot, which is crazy. I mean, she was top 10 before Joy, but I think she fell out again. So given that she's the burn carry, she was always kind of the best burn unit in the last 6-7 months, or the highest rated burn unit, the most essential burn unit. But what also helps her is that she has much better synergy potential in terms of who she can work in a team with. It doesn't need to be a burn team necessarily. She can definitely shine in a hybrid team that is non-Earth as well. Category Ball saying, I remembered a war criminal who put Chronos in burn team. Well, that was the winning tactic actually in the Carrot Cup tournament in July, to have a Chronos burn team that took care of all the other teams there. And I think it is right now a very powerful tool. But let's see how it develops now with the new burn releases as well. Probably not going to hurt Lucifer's chances either. So let's see if she can actually rise even further in the next rankings, given that even our burn player or burn expert Jared didn't believe that she could make it into the top 10 this month. All right.
That does say what the rest of the top 10 is, which is really good.
Exactly. Now we only have the top 5 left. Not that many spots available anymore. And let's check again what was the prior rankings. I mean, now that Lucifer is back in the top 10, that means one unit at least from the prior top 10 has to leave. But if we believe that Nike or Chronos might also join, that means that even more than one unit still needs to drop. Right now, the units that were not mentioned yet are Earth Gawain, Cthulhu, Hokusai, Kojiro, Dark Ludmilla, and New Anya. One of these at least has to leave from the top 10.
I can see Earth Gawain and Cthulhu dropping out of the top 10 actually.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. I
They
mean,
just don't. You can talk.
Earth Gawain, I mean, with Lucifer rising, I guess you can make an argument that when Earth Gawain is high, Lucifer usually drops. As you can see here, we had the drop from Lucifer. That meant Gawain got up in the ranks, and now possibly a little bit of a turnaround on that, given that burn stun teams can now be combined and make the life of somebody like Earth Gawain very difficult. Cthulhu also obviously at this point more of a very strong guard, but we have more and more armor ignoring executes that might also hurt Cthulhu. But let's see. So that is some interesting guesses for sure in terms of who drops out, but that still leaves the question who could become number 5 in this August ranking right now.
Since I believe the new top units will have Chronos in it, Anya, Ludmilla, Kojiro, and Hokusai. I would say for number 5 it's a 50-50 between Hokusai and Kojiro, even though I believe Hokusai to be way stronger than Kojiro right now.
Okay. I see that. We also have some guesses in the Discord chat right now. We have Destroyer joining with a Hokusai guess as well. With the amount of Lucifers these days, I'm praying Chronos is top 4 at least, or I might be cooked. No Dark Kaguya guesses from Destroyer so far. And let me check on YouTube as well. We have Chronos guess from Category Ball. Shihara also going with Chronos. Dacia going with Chronos. Joy saying many teams using Lucifer. Earth Gawain might drop. And Shihara is saying sadly, but I think Cthulhu left top 10. So agreeing with Ice Dragon there. Satsunine is actually saying Hokusai left the top 10 because 29% use her. Well, I mean, she was number 4 last time, I think, despite 29% usage. So that on its own might not be the only argument. We have Umbra going with number 5 Hokusai. All right. That means, well, Ice Dragon, what's your guess for number 5? I think you didn't mention it yet.
I'm not sure. So I would say either Kojiro or Hokusai as well.
Okay, yeah. Devon and West are also going with Kojiro here in the Discord chat right now. Okay, so a lot of light guesses, some Chronos guesses, although West is saying Chronos is at least top 3. Umbra now saying, oh, it could be Kojiro. I think I get it wrong. Not Stonks means some units leave top 10 is the correct idea of this countdown. Category Ball is saying on YouTube. Well, yeah, kind of, partially. I mean, some units left the top 10, some units are dropping heavily, and also we are closing the Evertrade trading game, so that is not Stonks as well. Satsnine, final guess now with Kojiro. And okay, I think we have a nice variety of guesses, although it seems like everybody is quite focused on 3 main units in Kojiro, in Hokusai, and in Chronos. So that means, Destroyer actually going with Chronos for number 1 already. But let me reveal first, who is number 5? Is that possibly already Chronos? Is that finally a new unit that we see here? Or is it more of a surprise unit? Again, like we saw with the number 6 already in Lucifer, which barely anyone saw coming. Or is it Hokusai, which would just be a drop of 1 position, so nothing too crazy? Or is it actually somebody like Kojiro, who was number 1 just a few months ago? But that would be quite the drop for her, of course. And I will reveal it now. And this is probably the most not Stonks moment of the day, I have to say. We have Kojiro at number 5, and she's losing 2.4 million true power. So, yeah.
Someone you kind of killed her.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, the last releases are really not kind for her. She is struggling to get the kills she needs to get going. Having Platoon 1 Kojiro right now is not doing much at all. A lot of people are catching on to that. She can still be a nice turnaround and a very tanky one at that unit in the reinforcements, but right now she is not the carry a DPS like her is supposed to be. And so yeah, well played on everybody who got Kojiro. I think it was quite a few of you, and even on YouTube we had quite a few people who changed their bet to Kojiro in the last moment. But yeah, you all got it right. Still top 5 though, staying solid. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she is there for a reason. I think, I mean, right now I have her, I think, in position 7 or 8 in my arena battalion. And, you know, it's always nice when she comes in and still has the potential to turn things around, turn battles around that are not going my way. But for the huge carry in front, the times are currently not in her favor. Too difficult to get the kills. She needs to really become a menace. All right. That means we are just left with 4 spots open. Well, Kojiro made space here in the top 3 now for possibly some other units who want to join there. Jared, meanwhile, already posted the top 4, so I guess we are getting ahead quickly. But yeah, Jared putting Hokusai at number 4. What are your guesses, guys, for the number 4 spot? Jared going with Hokusai there. Hokusai was already number 4 last time. This time, number 9 and number 10 stayed the same. Hokusai would also have to stay the same for that to be true. Yeah, what do you guys think? I mean, last time she was quite a bit behind the top 3, but now with Kojiro, who already lost a huge amount of power last time, losing that much power again, let's see where that leaves Hokusai if she even is in the top 4. Otherwise, Kojiro might be the strongest light unit still. Okay, let me see what was written here. Destroyer going with Hokusai in 4th. Ice Dragon, not sure what order are you saying that in? Is Chronos at number 4 for you? Is that right?
Yes.
Got
Number
it.
4 and then
Hokusai, Dark Ludmilla, Storm Anya. I see. West is going with Dark Ludmilla at number 4. That would be a drop of 2 positions, just like Kojiro just dropped. Might be another not Stonks moment for her. Mega Dark Kaguya Rolotia. Well, they look very, very similar. But yeah, Crony number 4, Category Ball says. Dacia is going with Hokusai for number 4. Category Ball just changed it to Hokusai as well. A little hard for Hokusai now since Kojiro lost much power. Yes, but also, I mean, a bit of elemental diversity might do Hokusai good, right? I mean, we saw in the tournament as well. I mean, that was kind of sick to watch, actually. I think it was Lilith's build from Canada who had that kind of elemental diversity build with Hokusai and pulled off some great masterpieces right from the start, which was kind of insane to witness. Satsunina is saying, I will lose it if Hokusai outperforms Kojiro. So still putting the chips there on the drop from the top 5, or rather from the top 10, I suppose.
I definitely would not be out of the top 5.
Sorry, say that again?
She's waiting. She will not drop out of the top 5. So
right,
she
okay.
will outperform Kojiro 100%.
I see. Umbra is also going with Hokusai. Shihara is sticking with Chronos. Okay, I think we have a nice diversity here of bets. Sirius is also going with Hokusai for number 4, basically agreeing with, I think, Rexy on this one in terms of the order that is coming up. And yeah, definitely Hokusai and Kojiro very, very different in terms of their skill set and their applicability. But yeah, let's see who gets it. We had some nice guesses here. I think mainly Hokusai and Chronos, but also a Dark Ludmilla guess there as well. I'm gonna reveal it now. If I find the picture. in a few minutes no one got it. Guess again. That has been a long time since we had, we already came to the top units and it wasn't sure. I mean, last time there was, or I think some time ago, there was still some potential for Zoro who could be higher or something like that, but yeah, that is very rare that we have to repeat thing. And so this time as well, we have Hokusai on number 4, and I think that was actually the majority guess, so well played to all of you. She is actually gaining some true power, which I find a little odd, but I mean, this is basically carried by Japan. If you look at the regional rankings, she is number 4 in Japan, and that is enough already to put her in the 4th position overall and to gain 200k true power, now at 6.4 million. And now she is at 40% nearly usage in 2000 top teams. So her second banner also gave her some nice boost, it seems. So a lot of people also still picking her up there. All right, so well played to all of you. Chronos in the top 3, I'm not cooked. Well, that's actually a good point. We still haven't seen any new units yet, so at this point, maybe people are, maybe my rankings also broke in terms of, people no longer want to spend money on Evertale and the new units just get completely underrated, and we just have Lucifer as the only new joiner in the top 10. Who knows? We could still see that. I just saved myself from disappointment. Cthulhu top 3. See, yeah, Ice Dragon still believing there in the prior number 1 who dominated for a few months. All hail the RGB queen. Nice. All right. On YouTube, Satsunine is unfortunately very sad now because Hokusai is above Kojiro. Then again, they are not far. There's not a huge gap between them. Evertale going broke, impossible. Well, I mean, people have been saying Evertale will have end of service for 6 years now, basically since I started playing in 2019. So who knows? At some point, people will be right. It's just with market crash, just like with market crashes. If you always say there will be a market crash, at some point you will be right, and can say, "Oh, I always knew it was coming." Okay, well, let's see. We only have the top 3 remaining. Would be easier for Lubu than Cthulhu. Oh my god, Lubu top 3? Insane stuff. Hear me out, maybe Chronos is just around top 3, but I already locked in the top 5. Guess I'm fire? Cthulhu will always be rank 1 for me. Nice. And I respect that. Very good, very good. Category Ball is saying, in my opinion, Chronos' time stop still has a major flaw. That's why 3rd place is the safe bet here. I agree that time stop is very flawed, but the rest of her skill set could still more than make up for that, at least in my builds so far. But let's see where she ultimately lands in the rankings. We are guessing now for the number 3, and we already get some interesting bets in. Dacia going with Chronos for number 3. We have Linnock going with new Anya, which would be a drop of 2 spots, making space potentially for a new Storm Overlord. Then again, she was very high in true power last time already, I think. And then we have Devon going with Dark Ludmilla. West also... West saying Dark Ludmilla is definitely my number 1 right now. Wow. Cooked. Time stop is literally, I'm the only one who can move, so step aside. Yeah, and then oftentimes it's like, okay, I'm just gonna waste the 100 time units hitting again and again a unit that is healing back up. Devon saying, I believe in Chronos. West is saying I don't mean ranking, true. Okay, got it. Well then, guys, also in the voice chat, who is gonna be number 3? We are getting very close already to the big final reveal of August.
For Dark Ludmilla in number 3.
Okay, Rexy going with Dark Ludmilla. Ice Dragon, what's your bet?
I would say Cthulhu, but sadly no. I guess Dark Ludmilla, yeah, probably.
Got it. So Ice Dragon, Rexy, Sirius, all going Dark Ludmilla number 3. We have West going with Chronos for number 3. Category Ball and Shihara also going with Chronos number 3. We have Umbra going with Dark Ludmilla number 3. So quite some diversity, although it's just 3 different guesses. So I don't know, is anybody... I mean, seems like everybody still is kind of set on the top 3 here, being Dark Ludmilla, Chronos, and new Anya. Any other units you can still think of that might come in here, surprisingly? Any of the new units or any of the prior units that were not mentioned yet? Claire OP. Well, Claire is not in the ranking, so that's...
Obviously Claire.
Everybody guessing Claire now. Well, no, West, actually somebody had Storm Anya guess, right? Unfortunately, I forgot who put it, but we had I think a new Anya guess on YouTube.
Yes, it was on YouTube.
So we have some diversity in guesses there. Well, at least 3 different guesses.
Anya, since your math for the placements also takes into consideration the reruns, and since we had her first rerun now, we will likely be harsher with the math that you.
True. Yeah. If that's a good point. So new Anya had a rerun, so that means she might have lost a little bit of a boost from the prior rankings. Then again, if enough people picked her up on the second banner, then this would still be fine for her. Let's see where she lands this time. If she can keep the top 10 or if she completely drops out. Let's see. Oh, EXO is finally here. Very nice. In the mountains. No connection. Yeah, that sounds like me right now, although I'm not in the mountains, but the connection was still very bad. Then again, now the connection I think is fine. I think it was a good idea to sacrifice the second screen for the better internet connection. So let's see. I'm gonna reveal it now, guys. We have Satsnina with a guess for Chronos at number 3 as well. Very nice diversity here in guesses, but mostly people saying Chronos or Dark Ludmilla. And so only one can be correct, obviously. We don't have any equal points here, any equal true power. That doesn't happen with all the decimals. Not saying that it is even all that close. We have at the number 3 position a unit that is also the number 3 in Japan, that is also the number 3 in rest of Asia, and that is utilized in basically 1,000 out of the 2,000 top teams right now. Drumroll, please. Exactly.
If it's that much, others are a bit niche.
Okay, got it. And it is Dark Ludmilla, number 3 with 650k true power lost, so she is still slightly going down thanks to these releases that we have right now. But Dark Ludmilla takes the 3rd position, or rather she drops 1 rank to this position. She was already number 2 last time, and now she is down to 7.7 million true power. I mean, obviously that is still very strong, but I think it makes sense, and given that you kind of have to decide between new Anya and Dark Ludmilla in the front most of the time, at least to run her as a guard. Usually she comes in a little bit later, or if she doesn't, then usually I feel like the team gets a little weaker. So Storm Anya, the new Storm Anya, is probably a better starter than Dark Ludmilla in my eyes. So yeah, that means a slight drop for Dark Ludmilla, but still 50% usage, very impressive, 65 days after her release, but that leaves 2 top positions still open. And now the question becomes, who is it going to be? Umbra on YouTube saying very nice to see Dark Ludmilla there on the 3rd spot. EXO going Chronos is definitely top 2. Not sure if anybody still believes in Nika and Rolotia. Let's see.
Joining, but Chronos, yeah, Chronos definitely top 2. Storm Anya is just way too versatile and can be played everywhere. Like even Sleep uses her, and you can say the same about Chronos.
Okay, yeah.
Also,
I can see that.
With Chronos time stop, she does help a lot of units that have survival skills. Just taking 100 CU of that.
Yeah, so seems like people are not convinced by Storm and Chronos. They guess again. EXO is going with number 2 for Chronos, so I guess now I'm just gonna quickly check which bets we have for number 2 on YouTube. Basically everybody's saying Shehara is saying number 2 Chronos, Choi is saying number 2 Chronos, Sumit is saying number 2 Chronos, Dacia is saying number 2 Chronos, but Linok is saying new Anya number 2. And here we have some votes for Chronos coming in as well. Sorry, Ice Dragon, I think you were about to say something?
I guess Chronos as well, because Sanya will be top 1 just because she has a much higher usage rate, I guess, because she's more universally, like for other teams like Poison and Fire.
True. Then again, obviously, people still need to keep in mind, usage rate is not everything. If you saw last ranking, we had Dark Ludmilla 48% at number 2, with Kojiro 62 and Cthulhu even 67. So there is some leeway. Then again, obviously, new Anya being a super universal unit is true. What could help Chronos is that she is new and gets a new unit boost as well. So a lot of things to consider here. Claire and Dark Rolotia is the new meta. Those two together especially. Exo saying, no way Chronos is number 1. The amount of Storm Anyas present everywhere is insane. Also a good point here from Exo. So most people saying Chronos at number 2. And only 1 or 2 bets basically for new Anya here at number 2. Which means I have to do a little bit of a surprise here, possibly. Everybody's so convinced that we see some Storm units coming up next. That should mean that I put out a different one, because, I mean, if you think about it, what is an element that is very, very strong against Storm? Dark Clarice, Dark Kaguya. It's Burn. Dark Clarice will be rank 11. Okay. Gawain, West is saying. Claire's number 2. She somehow made it into the rankings. But yeah, some good guesses here. I'm gonna reveal now a little bit of a surprise here. And here we have Dark Gawain, but of course, she is not quite number 2, but 10 spots behind that. She's actually down 5 ranks this month. With that Lucifer increase, I guess it's not super surprising. Then again, I guess with some Storm units coming up, it's not not slick. I mean, come on, I'm giving my best here. I'm working with one screen, so it's really difficult to make surprises here. Maybe someone at least had a heart attack, then I achieved my goal. But yeah, Dark Gawain, Earth Gawain is going down 1.2 million true powers, not as much of a drop compared to Kojiro, but you can see number 20 in rest of Asia. She is still holding on in Japan with the number 10 spot. But yeah, this is a big drop, a big loss for her. And Earth Dark Kaguya is funny, so that would be Earth Dark Rolotia, I guess. But yeah, I was kind of going in that direction. It could be Gawain, it could be Rolotia, but yeah, it's not. So yeah, now that we have this out of the way, I think it makes sense to finally reveal the real number 2. And I can say that at least one of you really got that already correctly. Pinocchio already, yeah, already coming into these rankings. Let's see. Where is it? I need the image. It's so difficult to work with one tiny screen. Okay, here we go, guys. You've been waiting for it. And finally, we see a Storm unit. Or rather, we see a new unit that is coming in. And she is coming in much higher than I expected. She is only number 2. But look at that insane true power. She is number 1 in Japan. She's number 1 in rest of Asia. So in all the Asian servers, she is already number 1. In Europe and America, she's only number 2, but 50% usage and 11.9 million true power. And honestly, this is a bit crazy because this is, I think, the very first non-Anya unit that made it to above 10 million true power, and then she even makes it above 11 million. Actually, this is continuing a trend, I think, because all the units that made it above 10 million also made it above 11 million. I think so far that was Water Anya, New Anya, and now the third unit that makes it above 10 million and 11 million as well. That is Chronos. So GG for Chronos. That is actually insane. But yeah, I think her versatility also makes that work. She is the best DPS right now in the game. And yeah, she also took the SSS tier for a good reason in my latest tier list. Very, very strong. And yeah, just very versatile. You can basically run her everywhere, given that she cannot fall asleep, cannot get stunned. She works well with burn, she works well with poison. Obviously works well if you have some storm synergies in somebody like Storm King Arthur, who also gains some spots, or maybe Nike, or Kirin, who is also number 10. So yeah, that is all the good reason here for having Chronos at 11.9 million true power. But the crazy thing is that is not enough for number 1. And yeah, as Destroyer said, the difference to number 3 is insane. Basically, they are on a completely different level than every other unit right now. Dark Ludmilla being below 8 million, that is just a massive gap right there. But yeah, the 1000% execute skill is just going crazy for Chronos. And yeah, let's see what else is happening. We are very, very close now to the final result. Ice Dragon already putting the bet out that Cthulhu will be rank 1 with 15 million true power. Well,
It asked for easy.
Easy. I mean, honestly, it should be the case. Cthulhu, not even 1 year old, and still has one of the best passives in the entire game with her get turn. The only thing probably holding back, well, the only thing is saying a bit little, but something holding back Cthulhu at this point, obviously, is that she doesn't have any execute skills and that she is weak to execute skills against armor. Alright, Linok is saying Chronos will become top 1 after her rerun unless they release a new anti-storm unit. Not super unlikely that anti-storm unit might come out given the domination. Then again,
easy.
Exactly, so burn is also kind of anti-storm to some degree, not anti-Chronos so much, but anti-everything else. And that is also why I think we saw these burn units rise, or specifically Lucifer had a great increase in true power. And Sumit is saying now reveal the number 1 cause it's Storm Anya. I know, but yeah, the question is, I guess, Storm Anya, true guess again, Claire. The question now is, did Go Storm Anya above 12 million? Or did the number 1 go above 12 million? Yeah, okay, here we go. Destroyer with the poll here. How much true power will Storm Anya have? Less than 12 million, 12 to 13 million, or more than 13 million? Also an option, given how prevalent she is as the top guard that is universally usable. 1 vote coming in here for less than 12 million, so just slightly above Chronos there. Ice Dragon saying that Dark Clarice did not make it into the top 10 is surprising. Well, maybe we still have surprise coming up with with a Dark unit here. And with that, well, I mean, to be fair, West, why expect her now? She wasn't top 15 on release, that's right, but that was in her release week. And in the release week, obviously, the ranking is always kind of preliminary. So I think she came in number 17 there, but could still see an increase for sure. And I mean, the difference from rank 10 to rank 20 is not that big compared to what we saw right now between rank 2 and rank 3. Yeah, no rerun yet, but you know, the ranking when Dark Clarice was ranked number 17 came out when Dark Clarice was only out for a few days. So there was still some time for people to pull her and put her into their new teams. All right. Between Koji and Storm Anya, 40k difference? What? That was before. Yeah, true. Well, okay, then, guys, I think I can reveal it. Let's see on YouTube. Means Storm Anya, yep. Since she was 10.8 million last time, must have gained at least 1 million. Good point. Burn is countering sleep right now. Yeah, that is correct, Linux. And funny thing is that he's still bringing out new burn units anyways. But I mean, in terms of the release schedule, it probably makes sense to still give out another strong burn before you bring out a sleep unit with ultra sleep that cannot be purified and overwritten by burn. Probably makes sense to have a little. What, Jared?
That will never happen.
I wouldn't be so sure. Sleep who? Exactly. Now Zigza is like that with like Zigza was with Crisis and unit types like that. It's like sleep. Well, I mean, at least they still brought out Elizabeth, but probably wasn't quite enough. Then again, I think somebody like Ice Dragon had some decent success with Elizabeth in the tournaments as well. So it's not like sleep is completely cooked. Then again, in the arena right now and afterwards, we saw some releases like Chronos and Nike, both of which are sleep immune, which means we need a new sleep, guys, that is immune to immunities. But first, let me reveal to you guys something else. Didn't work. Shit. Okay, fuck. I screwed that one up. Wait a second. I did want to put Cthulhu there, but not with the text, because Cthulhu is actually number 1 twice in this one, and I think she deserves to have a little bit of a final shout out as she drops from the top 10. She loses 1.4 million true power, goes down to 4.5 million, is down 5 ranks, just as I think Gawain, right? And yeah, she's ranked still 7 and 6 in Asia and Europe, but in Japan she's already down to number 16. But look at that usage, and that is what I meant. 64.4% usage for Cthulhu, but she's still number 11 in the true power rankings, while Chronos has below 50% and has over 11 million true power. So you can already see quite obviously there that this is not a pure usage ranking. It is something a little bit more complex, a little bit more of an algorithm that I came up in the back end, luckily. Okay, yeah, Japan sure abandoned their favorite lowly early. I guess, yeah, I guess she's lowly, but I don't know. Cthulhu was never really embracing the lowly vibe. I feel like we have some more offensive ones right there. But now, guys, for the finale of this live stream, for this top 10 countdown. Great! I scared some people on YouTube at least, so that is nice. We will see now the big one, the number 1 spot. Not just the number 1 like Cthulhu, but the actual number 1. And most of you saw that coming some time ago already, but there is one big crazy thing about this reveal, guys. You will see it. Too much closes is also strong, yeah. Very, very good meta shift there. And here we go, guys. The big reveal for the number 1 spot. It is new Anya at 12.3 million true power. But something you really want to look at here, besides the insane true power, is the insane usage, because that's 81.2% usage of 2000 2,000 top teams. That is something that was never achieved before in the time that I've been collecting data from 2,000 top teams. That is insane. Basically, every single top team you can say is running new Anya at this point. Even though she's number 2 in Asia, she's number 1 in Europe and in the Americas. And that usage, it's just so crazy. And you have to keep in mind that this is still getting a little bit of a guard nerf here. That is usually inherent in these true power rankings, but still she keeps the number 1 spot with 12.3 million true power. To be honest, I failed to look up ahead of this if that is the highest we've ever seen. Maybe Water Anya was higher at some point. Maybe Cthulhu. Maybe we need to look that up real quick. But yeah, 81% is crazy. As the YouTube comments say as well, I agree. Exactly 1,600, over 1,600 teams use her of all the top 50 Champions Arena teams around the world, in all the 40 clusters. In every cluster, it's basically 40 out of the 50 teams using her. Who's number 1 in each region? Well, I mean, you kind of already saw it, right? I mean, New Anya, Europe and Americas, and Chronos, Japan and rest of Asia. They kind of split it. Given the huge difference between Dark Ludmilla and Chronos, between number 2 and number 3, it's not super surprising that that those are the 2 units that split the number 1 spot between them, or rather the top 2 spots. No worries about that. Why am I not surprised, as Nina is saying on YouTube. Now the only thing is, let's quickly check. Well, the only thing, not quite the only thing. Maybe you guys still want to know where the new units land. Well, excluding Chronos, which we already know. But first I'm trying to go back in time a little bit here. When Cthulhu was still number 1, we had 9.5 million here. We had Musashi at number 1 here. That was 1 year ago. Water Anya here at 10.3 million, but I think she was higher before. 10.4 million. 10.3 million. Yeah, okay, then. Yeah, 11.1 million in January. So yeah, okay, we never saw a unit that was above 12 million, so that is a very first. Then again, the methodology changed a little bit since then, so to be totally fair, it's not an exactly even comparison, but I think most of you will agree that new Anya deserves this, especially with 81% usage in 2,000 teams. That is quite the feat to have so many teams pick her up. You also have to consider that some of these top teams might even be whales who no longer spend and only pick up a few units, or a lot of F2P players, obviously, that also cannot pick up every single new unit. But yeah, very happy with new Anya. I mean, I don't know, some of you might have seen my video of leveling her up in April. Back then, I put everything into her. I maxed her out as the very, very first unit that I maxed out. Put all the resources, 100% potential, 300 boost, etc. Also gave her a max weapon to have a chance against the fellowship boosted guys. So my new Anya still stays alive quite well, even against Earth Gawain combos or whatever else are often brought up as counters, given that my new Anya is so boosted, and I think many others are boosting her as well at this point. This is not enough to get through her in 2 hits. All right. Good. Then, I don't know, guys. Do you still want new units? Yeah. We have some guesses for Nike coming in here. Nike rank 14, Nike 13. How bad did it get for Nike considering her banner was broken? Yeah, I guess some people might have not picked her up because of that, but some people might have been able to pick up Chronos afterwards, given that they got all the Soul Stones back. Let's see. I'm gonna reveal it now, guys. this is... Where is she? Where is she? Oh my god. There she is. That's an interesting build. A mix of Storm King Arthur, Murasaki, Queen Elizabeth, Mermaid, Otto He-Man reinforcements. Haven't seen her in a while. Alright. But one unit that could counter that platoon possibly quite well is a Sleep Immune unit, and that is Nika. And I'm quite happy that she's not made it even that close, I guess, to the top 10, because I think she's really ugly. Sorry, I just have the urge to tell that every time I see her face. Nika is number 17 with 3.5 million true power, 16% usage. And yeah, she's top 14 in Europe, but that is already her best rank across all the regions. 37 days since her release. Her banner failed her, well, possibly as well, but I think she's also not that great. I never struggle against Nika teams, to be honest. I think Storm King Arthur is a better unit than Nika. Might be a controversial take, then again, the data right now backs that statement up. Nika hate is real. Nice. It is, it is. But yeah, that is Nika right there at the number 17 spot. So now, guys, where does Rolotia come in? The last reveal of today, possibly. Well, I might also give you Dark Clarice, since that was also something that came up. Probably 69th rank for Dark Kaguya. Well, let me check for you. Where is Dark Kaguya hiding? Dark Kaguya is number 39, so still holding on to the top 40 spot and still above 1 million true power, so well played by Dark Kaguya. But now we are looking at the other Dark Kaguya, which is Dark Rolotia. Any idea where she comes in? Also in voice chat, feel free, Ice Dragon, Jared.
I think under 30. I haven't seen her ever.
You mean outside of the top 30 or under 30 in the 20s or something?
Under 30, so over 30 to 31.
Oh, okay.
50 or something. It's just so nice.
Got it. Destroyer going with number 69 for her. Dacia going with number 28. Ah, true. Actually, yeah, that was the only number I already revealed because it's my favorite in the beginning of the stream. So why Yukata Ludmilla already took that number 28 spot. Okay, that's weird. That are some weird platoons that you're posting, Ice Dragon. I'm not sure if you can win some tournaments with those. And also a question is, what rank is Yamato? Well, first let me reveal Dark Rolotia. We have some nice guesses coming in as to where she actually lands, but seems like the trust is not exactly high on her.
Those are JC11 plats, so don't expect
that's
too much.
JC11 plats, got it. Well, guys, seems like she actually is exceeding some of y'all's expectations because she comes in at number 25. EXO is pretty spot on here with 20 to 30. Earth Dark Rolotia at 2.5 million true power with 12.7% usage. She's decent in the Americas at number 17, but everywhere else not really anywhere to be found. But yeah, that is number 25, Earth Dark Rolotia. A bit disappointing. I mean, I mentioned it in my review already that I'm quite disappointed. I thought they bring some counter to the Storm unit releases, but instead she wasn't even strong enough for that. Even I, with my non-burn team, don't struggle against Dark Rolotia. In most cases, in most battles, I have to say. And so it's no surprise that, especially with the rise of burn and burn stun teams, Dark Rolotia is not going anywhere. The fully awakened art, yeah, that might be also a part of the... I'm not sure how many people are actually pulling for art, but yeah, the art is not that great in the later forms or in the fully awakened art. Given they still go with that kind of time thingy. Also, the quick response to the question of where is Yamato. Yamato is right ahead of her at number 23 with 2.9 million true power. Also losing some. Yamato is now used in 1/3 of the teams, but Yamato is actually top 12 in Asia, which is somewhat impressive. Okay, last reveal of the day, Dark Clarice. Where does she go, guys? Which rank does Dark Clarice get? Put it in the chat right now. Your guesses for Dark Clarice. We already had some earlier, but now we will get the confirmation where Dark Clarice comes in. I mentioned it before. Her first ranking was very preliminary, so she could go down further if the boost was too high. She could go down, could go up higher if it was too low. I think she was number 17 last time, which is now already taken by Nike, so she has to go to some other place.
I think either 13 or 14.
Okay, Jared going 13, 14, Dark Clarice, Exa going 14, 15, West is going in the middle of those guesses with number 14, Dacia going with number 15, Umbra on YouTube going with 16, Dacia going with 23. Wait, was that for... That's the question now. Is it for Dark Rolotia? Maybe I didn't look. Okay. Yeah, I guess it was for Dark Rolotia. So then it was a pretty good guess here from Dacia as well. All right, number 16, some reversals. Destroyer going with number 13. Who cares? Wrong reply. Yeah, it seems a little bit like that. Okay. Good. Then let me reveal to you Dark Clarice, guys. I'm starting to lose my voice, so that's a great sign for upcoming tournaments. By the way, upcoming tournament soon, Historic PvP. I'm gonna share a link soon so you can build your battalions for that third community tournament. And also I'm gonna reveal the world rankings of the tournaments, which is a different take on these rankings that you see right now. All right. And Dark Clarice actually gains and goes up to number 13, guys. Up 4 ranks, up 700,000 true power. So yeah, she seems to have been underrated in the first ranking. And now she is at number 13. She's actually top 10 in Japan and Asia. So the Asian continent, very fond of Dark Clarice. The same cannot be said about the Americas, where she's only 24th, which is obviously pulling her down a lot, but still 4.4 million true power, number 13. That's a nice boost here for Dark Clarice, although it is not enough to get into the top 10. It's because Chronos kills her. Yeah, that might be one of the reasons. Then again, sometimes she can also kill some Chronos, but probably more often than not, it's the other way around. All right, cool. Then glad we still got a little bit of a stream going here. Shehara is asking, bro, any idea about Claire? I got her in my main and hybrid account in 14k and 7k respectively, and she's nice even at 1 copy. Yeah, exactly. Like I said in my review, I think she brings some very good value at 1 copy, but that is only if you run any burn. So burn teams or burn hybrids can probably utilize Claire well, but any other team, I think, could probably leave the fingers from her and wait for somebody like Pinocchio potentially. Let's see how that goes. Claire is still a bit away, but I saw Claire also take out some Chronoses and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. Jared, your opinion as the burn expert?
Claire is probably the best unit after Lucifer that came out in the recent time for burn. And
Got it.
It's not even close. She is so insane. I first got her at 104, so 2 copies, and I played her in Tower because that was the easiest, and she did 1.2 million and that literally doubled the damage that my Lubu normally does. And she does also ignore armor, which is the only reason why people really should use her.
Yeah. Honestly, the damage scaling on her, even without the armor thing, right? It's crazy with the boost of burning units, the enrage that can stack on top of that, possibly some weapons that give her even more damage, and then you have something like an AoE attack that actually executes and has some high damage output, even though it doesn't ignore armor. But if you have such high damage scaling, even despite not ignoring armor, I saw her take my full HP Chronos out or something like that. So definitely insane, but yeah,
I saw a lot of her attack all, which wiped the board.
Yeah.
Even more damage than Kojiro did in her prime when she had
exactly. Then again, I also didn't see, I think, a battle yet where she actually survives to the end. So she takes out a lot of unit, but then at some point somehow she dies. She's not having the best survivability, I feel like, especially because she doesn't have mega healing burn. But if she already takes out key units, sorry, Exo?
There is some issues I've seen about her survivability in terms of AoE, specifically coming from D-Lance. If you have her positioned up front, it would be problematic. If you have her on entry and D-Lance is still alive, it also would be problematic because she manages to actually one-shot her, given the poison and the AoE.
Yeah.
And low health.
Yeah. Fully agree.
Even though I ran into some.
Yeah. But then again, we will still see what the next burn unit potentially brings, if we see another burn unit, which seems likely. And after that, everything probably needs to be assessed again. But right now, I think a safe bet, if you run burn, to at least pick up one copy of Claire or fully awaken her if you can afford it. Yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thanks a lot for joining, despite the very rough start. I hope you had a good time. We had some kind of historic reveals. We have some huge drops like Kojiro, who lost like 2.5 million true power. And then on the other hand, we have, for the very first time, 2 units above 11 million true power. And for the first time ever, a unit actually cracking 12 million true power in New Anya. So quite some crazy shifts here in the rankings of this month. As I said, stay tuned for some tournaments. Also pick up the role on the Discord server if you want to get pinged whenever the kind of submissions start for that. It will be historic PvP. It will be only old units from 2019, from early 2019 actually. So that will be, I think, super interesting to see. And meta is certainly not developed for that time, so there will be a lot of theory crafting, I think. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And thanks a lot for everybody who tuned in on YouTube. Much appreciate the support there. And also special thanks to Ice Dragon and Jared, who gave some voice inputs, and also Exo, who joined from the mountains in the end. And exactly, you can also check the External Experts channel on my Discord server, where we have some great analysis from Exo in terms of what could be some great team builds for any of these new units. And yeah, thanks. Have a nice rest of the night or the day. I think in Asia it's already quite late, so everybody there, much appreciate that you stick around. And yeah, have a good evening to those in Europe, and have a good day to those in the Americas. Bye bye. And don't forget to like and subscribe to become a true carrot. And as always, thanks for watching.